For this video, we're going to focus exclusively on the Products and Services module. Once you've added or imported all of your customers into Syncro, you'll want to start importing or creating your products and services so you have something to sell to them. Syncro offers an unparalleled level of breadth and depth in our Products and Services module, and we're going to take you through the most commonly used scenarios. Before we continue, I'd just like to mention that Syncro offers full-fledged integrations with QuickBooks Online, QuickBooks Desktop, and Xero at no cost to you. This also includes importing your existing products and services out of those accounting packages. Now, you may not want to do that if you have a ton of products and services in your accounting package that you don't intend to sell within Syncro. If you are using some other software for product and inventory purposes, we also give you the ability to manually import your products and services in our admin settings. So for the remainder of this video, we're going to assume that you are creating your products and services in Syncro from scratch. So we'll head over to our admin settings and into our product preferences. We're going to focus on the category editor here. This is where you'll define your product categories that will be used for reporting purposes. For instance, I want all of my revenue generated for any type of labor to flow into my labor category. Now, if you're happy with having all of your labor recorded in the same pool, so to speak, you don't need to go any further. However, there are several different kinds of labor you may want to individually track. For instance, perhaps you charge a higher rate for emergency or after-hours labor. You might charge differently hourly rates for business customers versus residential customers. Because of that, you can create subcategories underneath your core categories. So in this example, I am tracking different labor rates for both hourly and contract labor. Contract labor might encompass my block hour contracts, which contains hours that don't expire, and it also might contain block hour contracts with hours that do expire monthly, where our customers went over their monthly allotment of hours and we had to bill them some additional amount. For hourly labor, we break this down further into business labor, residential labor, and emergency labor, which is sometimes called different things such as rush labor or after-hours labor. The benefit to setting this up initially is that if I ran a report on labor, every one of these subcategories would contain their own respective values, meaning you can report on each subset of your labor independently. Otherwise, you just wind up with a single lump sum for your labor category with no way to easily break that down any further. So at the end of the year, if you want to know if those hourly residential clients are paying off or if they're more trouble than they're worth, you can simply report on that with a click of a button. Alright, so we're happy with our categories. Now we're going to add some products and services. You'll do that in our Products and Services tab. Here we have a few sample products and services so we can fully demonstrate the power of this module. So let's start with physical products first. Here we have an everyday dumb 8-port network switch. You can clearly see our cost detailed as well as the price we sell the product for, along with this true value here, which means that we do track and maintain stock of this particular item, as well as the quantity of how many we currently have in stock. We display the item's UPC code, and you'll even find your service items have UPC codes as well. UPC codes are automatically assigned to products if you don't implicitly include one, and that's used for creating labels, along with the ability to scan their associated barcodes using the little PDF icon here. So let's actually drill into this product so you can see how we have things set up. Off to the left here is where you will enter things like item description, UPC codes, your retail and cost pricing, as well as if this item is taxable by default. You also have the option to discount something if you wanted to. So if you wanted to put something on sale automatically, meaning a tech can charge the product to a ticket without having to worry about manually discounting the item, you can do that here by either a total amount or a percentage, and that discounted pricing will remain indefinitely until it's set back to its original value. Now off to the right, you can enable quite a few interesting tracking options for your physical products. The first one, here, Maintain Stock, means you wish to track your inventory for this particular product. This reaches far beyond just ensuring that someone forgot to invoice a product against a ticket or a product potentially walked out the door. You can actually set your desired stock level along with the quantity the product needs to reach before you are prompted to reorder it. Over in your admin settings, under Inventory Preferences, you have this top option, here, which will send an email daily notifying you of any items which have reached their reorder threshold. This is great so you never have to worry about unexpectedly running out of some commonly used products. Unlike traditional Syncro notifications, the recipient of these emails can be set to a custom email over in the Parts Preferences, here, in the event you have a staff member dedicated to handling purchase orders, RMAs, and things of that nature. So back on our product page, you also have the option to serialize your items. This is beneficial if you handle warranty claims for hardware you sell into your customer environments. With this enabled, whenever you sell a serialized product, you'll be asked to select which serial number is being consumed. This also can be tracked in conjunction with the warranty templates here, which denote how long this product's manufacturer's warranty is. This allows you to easily look up serial numbers of products to see if their warranty still applies. You'll also want to choose the category this product is mapped to, which we had set up prior in this video. You can see that this product is mapped to the hardware parent category with the child category of network switches. Now, most of you won't use the physical location field, but if you had multiple offices or some other dedicated location to house your physical products, you can denote that here. Scrolling further down the page, you'll see what vendors, if any, you are eligible to order this item from, along with their in-house SKU number for the product. Product instances will appear when the product is serialized, and this is where you can manage individual items and their serial numbers, including returning any of them if they arrive DOA. You'll also notice that serialized items will include their associated serial number when you print their labels. Lastly, you have any open purchase orders for this product. Just for demonstration purposes, I am going to return a few of these so we have just 2 left, which is what we have our reorder threshold assigned to. Now, if we go to make a new purchase order, we have these super handy buttons here that allow us to automatically reorder items currently flagged as low stock. So with the press of a button, you'll see that the network switches were automatically added to the PO. Not just automatically added though, it calculated my desired quantity of 10 and subtracted my current quantity of 2 for a total order of 8 pieces. Now when we go back to check in this item once the PO arrives, this is where you'd log their individual serial numbers. This was all carefully designed so that you don't have to waste any more time than necessary managing all of these different moving pieces, and best of all, POs fully sync back to QuickBooks Online and Xero. Okay, so now we're back on our products and services page. Let's take a look at the services side of things now. You can see our different labor items here, as well as a service item for trip charges for customers that were out of our typical travel radius. And we also have policy items which we're going to go over in just a minute. So for service items, there really isn't much we have to do. Just set our retail price, ensure our tax settings are properly applied, and map it to the correct category. That's it. Now I would also note here that if you have already integrated your Syncro instance with QuickBooks or Xero, you'll additionally see a new field for mapping this product to the linked item within your accounting package, and you can change that as necessary here. Now the last item, policies, is a very cool and very unique feature of Syncro. What we do by default is add each one of your asset policies as an actual product. The product names will match your policy names, but you can change that if you want to. For instance, I have here a customized gold plan, silver plan, and this is the new policy I just created, here, which I am intending to be my bronze plan. So let's go ahead and drill into that one. So here I've renamed it to match the vernacular of my other policy products. I've added a description, set my cost and retail price, and I've mapped the proper product category. Now I've got all 3 of my plans just the way I want them. Now I know you're asking yourself right now, why would I ever want to add my policies to my products? Well, we have an entire video dedicated to invoicing and recurring invoices, but this feature is so cool that we're going to take a brief look at it right now. So here we are in a recurring invoice we've created. This is for a contracted customer we've just signed who pays us dynamically by how many computers we manage for them, and they've opted to go with our silver plan. Watch how easy we make this for you. Whenever you create a recurring invoice, it's always going to ask what type of line items you want to add to it. We have a special item here called RMM package. This encompasses every single one of your policies that we've created as products. So I'll select my silver plan and I'll leave the pricing as it is. But if I made any special kind of deal with this customer, I could adjust this pricing here for this customer only if I wanted to. Now I hope you notice that it's not asking me for how many instances of this product I want to bill for on a recurring basis. That's because we take care of that for you. So this customer currently has 10 assets with the silver plan policy applied. This recurring invoice is actually smart enough to know exactly how much to bill this customer for. Best of all, if I increment or decrement the amount of assets tied to this policy within this customer's environment, this amount will automatically recalculate itself immediately before the next invoice is generated and sent to the customer. The most valuable asset you have in your MSP is your time. which is why everything we design is carefully crafted to ensure you are spending more of it selling and far less of it micromanaging monotonous processes. So that's our products and services module, and remember, if you ever need assistance with anything related to this module specifically, you can visit the help link here, which contains hundreds of KB articles on anything and everything Syncro.